Day 4 of budget talks at City Hall, and today Council will begin examining 3 tax scenarios: a 3% increase, 1.5% hike, or a tax freeze. Calgary's plan to build a new arena and event centre will also come up today in the form of a motion to reconsider. Now, that motion is from Councillor Evan Woolley. He wants Council to reconsider its decision to give $290 million of taxpayer money for a new arena. Well, he says he'd like to see most of that money go toward the Green Line LRT project. A vote to reconsider would require 10 votes. It is expected Council will tackle the contentious tax shift issue as well today. Council meets at 10:30 this morning. And Danielle Smith joining us now from the 770 QR headquarters. How's it going, Danielle? Lots on the agenda at Council this morning.
There certainly is. I think, unfortunately, that Evan Woolley is doing a bit of a stunt here, because the challenge that the city of Calgary faces, they do have issues on the capital side. There's no question. But the real challenge that they face is on the operating side. And so he's stirring up the divisions. And let's face it, there are divisions. Anytime you talk about a big project like an arena, and you're talking about millionaire owners and millionaire players, people get their backs up. But I've always looked at that project a little bit differently. I look at it as the Flames are paying $275 million to the city. The city will own the facility, and we all get all these great additional benefits because it's going to gentrify the area, be responsible for new tax dollars coming in, and also be able to attract new concerts. So I kind of look at it a little bit differently. I would have preferred that the city share be entirely paid for out of the ticket tax, but it'll be mostly paid out of a ticket tax. So it's not perfect, but the idea that you just cancel that project and then dump it into the never-ending money pit of the Green Line seems like a flawed way of approaching it. I think that, if anything, re-examining the Green Line makes some sense. I think Jody Gondek has put over some good proposals. There's been some successes with the rapid bus routes, the BRTs. Maybe a BRT is the original plan that should be put forward, and if it makes sense to expand it out later and the money exists, and they're able to deal with some of the engineering issues that they've been having, so they can make it more cost effective. Maybe that makes sense. But I think what is happening here is that you've got council members playing a little bit of politics, didn't like the way the vote went over the summer, seeing this as an opportunity to try to rile up those emotions again. I still think that the project stands well on its own. I hope it's defeated.
Do you think that it's even possible to reconsider at this point?
They would need 2/3 of the council, so I think 10 votes. And from what I am hearing, I'm going to talk to Diane Colley-Urquhart today. It doesn't sound like the votes are lining up. So you still have Jeff Davison, who is the prime mover behind negotiating the deal, who's firmly behind it. Ward Sutherland is behind it. He thinks that there would be some legal ramifications for cancelling it now. I believe Diane Colley-Urquhart is behind it, and I believe the mayor is behind it. So you're getting pretty close to not being able to get those 10 votes. They'll probably continue to get the votes that were opposed to it in the first place. But I think that once again, it's ratcheting up and creating a distraction, because they got to deal with the real issue. Real issue is downtown businesses or Beltline businesses are getting hammered. They've got ongoing operational cost issues. That's where they got to focus their attention.
Thanks so much, Danielle. And you can hear more on her show on 770 CHQR.